Hi everybody, it's Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy, and I'm here for you today with this week's live energy and tarot reading. And this is all about how we can best navigate this week and how we can get through this universal energy that on some level all of us are experiencing, and what we can do about it. So we're going to tap into that. Before we get started, I want to mention I am working hard at these monthly tarot scope videos and getting them uploaded for the month of May. I'm so excited to share those with you. We got started with those a little bit next month, but this month they are going to be up and they are going to be ready for you. I appreciate all of your flexibility and patience with those. I'm so excited to share those with you, and those are only going to be on my YouTube channel. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you go in and you search for Christy Waters Forsyth, you should be able to find that pretty easily. I'll try to share that in the links below. Hi Mom, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys say hi if you're watching. I always love to hear from you. So I don't know, this energy, I feel like we just need to take a breath, guys, or several breaths. It's a lot. And we're in Taurus season now, which is my season. I'm a Taurus and Taurus sun, and I'm excited about that, but I feel like it's just kind of come in with a force, and there's this energy around us making changes, around us addressing patterns in our life that we're ready to change. And I think that we're going to be finding that we're dealing with some situations that feel like they're parallel to situations that we've had in the past. Hi Bryce, thanks for watching. Hi Audra. So I feel like we're going to be in this position where we're dealing with those situations that are parallel to the past, and we're faced with the decision, you know, do we address this in the exact same way that we've done it in the past, in the ways that we know haven't worked for us, in the ways that we know haven't paid off, or do we make the decision to do it differently this time? You know, it doesn't have to be like before. It doesn't have to work like before. But here's the thing is, you have to be a fear warrior. You cannot let this fear take over. Emotions are here to teach us about ourselves, are here to help us to understand the areas where we need to work. And we're meant to follow these emotions on the journey towards joy, because where we work toward joy, we are living our best life and we are manifesting the things that we want. And so our emotions really tell us the direction that we're going and how in alignment we are with our best life path. And so you don't want to allow yourself to dwell on these fears and the sadness and all of these emotions. We want to do our very best to try to find that balance, to try to pull ourselves out of this and look at this for the game that it is. This is a game. How can you do this differently this time? How can you dive in and address it in a different way than you did it in the past? Because that's where you win the game. This is where you step into something much more powerful. And so it's so important that we are making those changes and that we're listening to that voice that's saying, this is how you need to do it this time, and you need to make that change. And this is going to take a leap of faith. This isn't going to feel comfortable. This isn't going to feel like, because our patterns, there's a lot of comfort in our patterns, even if they don't serve us very well, right? We take comfort in those, we find peace because it's just the way that we've always done it. So to make a change oftentimes will mean that we have to step out of our comfort zone. But I promise, if you can listen to your soul, if you can do those things that deep down you really know you're supposed to do, and you know, people will say like, how do I listen to my soul, Christy? I don't get it. Like, you always talk about that. How do I do that? You know how to do it. You know, we just are ignoring that voice so often. And so can you get quiet? Can you take a little bit of time to listen to that voice and to honor that voice? It's going to show you the way, and you just need to get quiet. You just need to take a little time away and feel it out and do your best to let your thoughts sort of drift around. Distract yourself. Find something creative to do, because a lot of times when you can pour yourself into something creative, we can connect with our intuition, or find some time for meditation, because that will allow you to connect with your intuition. There's so many ways, but the point is we need to kind of pull away, be in our own energy, and process what it is that we need to do next. And when that answer comes, chances are it's going to be different, because we don't want to continue to repeat these patterns that just don't serve us, you know? And I feel like we're dealing with so much fear right now, so much self-doubt, and a lot of doubt, honestly, in our higher power as well. You know, I think when things aren't going our way, we say, why isn't God helping me? Why isn't God doing this for me? And we have to remember, and I say this all the time, that we have to trust in divine timing. We have to trust that God knows what the hell he's doing, you know, and that sometimes things don't work out a particular way because that's not in your highest and best good. That's not in your best life path. And we need to just trust that that there are forces here that are trying to help us and trying to give us our best life, and we need to step the hell out of the way. You know, we need to listen to that intuitive voice that's trying to show us the way and stop trying to control it from a place of fear. So doing our very best to release those fears. Let's take a look at the cards, because I think that this is going to be some really important messages. And I think, you know, honestly, there's some energy too, as I'm shuffling, just around making sure that we're working on forgiveness, you know, forgiveness of ourselves for the things, the ways that we feel like we failed ourselves in the past, forgiveness for other people. And, you know, when you forgive other people, even if what they have done to you is incredibly terrible, what you do is you release yourself. This isn't about releasing that person. You know, karma will deal with that person. That person will receive that energy back in some way, shape, or form. And so we just need to trust and believe in that. And so when we forgive and when we work on that process of forgiveness, because it is a process, it doesn't happen overnight, we're releasing ourselves. We are freeing ourselves from the chains that we have tied to ourselves, to that person. And it allows us to find that freedom that we've been seeking. So we really want to work toward that forgiveness so that we can release ourselves. So make sure you guys say hi if you're watching. I would love to hear from you. Whether it's live or on the replay, hit me with a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. I always love to hear from you guys. I love to hear where you're watching from too, because you guys are really all over at this point. All right, let's take a look at what we have here going on. Okay, so the very first card we have is the Sun reversed. Okay, so right now we might be feeling a little disconnected from our light, feeling a little disconnected from the sun, feeling a little disconnected from our happiness and our joy. You know, I feel like this is coming. We just need to trust. Hi, Erin. It's nice to see you on here. Hi, Amanda. We just need to trust, you know, that good things are coming our way. And like I said, breathe. You know, and keep working on this. Whenever I have a card come in that's reversed, I feel like, you know, this is an energy that's trying to come through, and it will come through. Hi, Greg. Hi, Sarah. But it's not coming through just yet. So understand that we are working toward our light. We are working toward our happiness, and the work that we're doing right now is allowing us to work in that direction. And then we have the Six of Fire. Okay, so this for me is always about like victory, you know, coming back victorious. And I don't know if how well you can see the images on the card, but this really is like a soldier who is coming back from battle, and people are celebrating with him. And it's very much this energy of, you know, we might feel like we've been to battle. We might feel like we've been to war. We might feel overwhelmed, incredibly overwhelmed with all that we have had going on. But we need to understand that we're going to be victorious, and we're going to come back. And, you know, nothing feels better than being victorious, working through something that was really hard and coming out the other side even better, you know? So understanding, you know, that you're going to come out of this with a smile on your face and feeling like you're a badass, you know, that you have survived amazing, amazing things. So the next card that we have is the King of Water reversed. And I'm feeling like this week there is a lot of energy around relationships and work on relationships. That's definitely a theme that we have going on right now. And I do feel as though we're going to feel a little disconnected And we're going to find ourselves having some challenges in relationships. And the King of Water is really about making sure that we're keeping our heart centers open, that we are keeping our heart open, that we're not shutting down, that we're allowing ourselves to continue to be vulnerable, that we are listening to what people are trying to communicate to us rather than shutting down and jumping to conclusions and trying to attach meaning to it when that's not necessarily what the other person means. So we need to work on keeping that heart center open, setting that intention that we're staying open, that we are continuing to give love and be love and not shut down and not be so self-protective during this time. Because if we can do that, I feel like amazing things can happen within relationships this week. We're doing such big work around that. And then we have the Seven of Air card. So the Seven of Air says the plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Okay, so if something isn't working for you, it's probably just not the right timing, or you need to shift some things and change some things to make it happen. You know, so listen for those little thoughts, those little impulses that are trying to show you the way, trying to show you what you should shift, trying to show you what you should do differently. Don't be stubborn here, you know, allow those thoughts to come through and allow yourself to be a little bit flexible, because this is where you get the results. This is where you get those things that you are wanting. I also like to interpret this card as meaning, understand that your guides, your angels, God, whatever that is for you, the universe is working in your favor and working to try to make magical and amazing things happen for you. So understand, even if you're not seeing it right now, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you're not necessarily seeing. So that's exciting in terms of what's to come. And finally, we have the Queen of Water card, okay? So this is like a progression, I feel like, and as much as we're feeling disconnected, we're wanting to shut down, we're wanting to close our hearts off, ultimately, I feel like we work through some amazing things and that we are doing really well in relationships at the end of this week, that we're feeling closer within our relationships, that relationships are developing to a next level. And sometimes we have to go through these conflicts or these hardships and these tough times so that we can work through them, so that we can be stronger on the other side of it. And I really feel like that's such a theme that we have going on right now in relation to relationships. So also making sure that we're just being loving and caring to ourselves and to other people, that we are continuing again to keep those heart centers open and giving love and allowing ourselves to also receive love, because for some of us that can be a really challenging thing. So those are your messages for this week. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity by Christy, you can check me out at discoveryawakening.com. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing that below. And if this video resonates with you or you want to share that with somebody, make sure that you tag them below or you share the video. That always helps me to get my messages out to whoever it is that is needing to get these messages. So thank you guys so much, and I will be back soon with another video. Take care.